Hi you guys, welcome to your September 2024 astrological forecast. The month starts off with, on the 1st, Uranus turning retrograde. So all of the outer planets except for Jupiter are all retrograde right now. We've got Uranus in Taurus, okay, turning retrograde on the 1st. Then we have Saturn and Neptune still in Pisces retrograde. And Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius at the end of August, and then on the 2nd it falls back into Capricorn for the last time in our lifetime. Whatever, we'll be long dead before it re-enters Capricorn. It takes that long to get through each zodiac sign, right? So Pluto does move back into Capricorn on the 2nd and is there up until November 19th when it fully moves into Aquarius, okay? And I will be doing a video on Pluto and Aquarius, okay? But anyways, there's a new moon in Virgo on the 2nd. The sun is in, the sun is in Virgo up until the 22nd. And Mercury starts off in Leo in direct motion, you know, on the 1st, right? And moves forward again into Virgo on the 9th. Then, let's see here, Mars is just in Gemini for just the first few days up until the 4th. And Mars moves into Cancer for the rest of the month. Then, okay, we have a full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Pisces, okay, on the 17th. Then on the 22nd, the sun moves into Libra. Also on the 22nd, Venus moves into Scorpio. Sorry, I forgot to mention, Venus is in Libra from the 1st up until the 22nd when it moves into Scorpio. And then Mercury's moving very fast again, okay, in Virgo. It moves it back into Virgo or forward into Virgo again on the 9th and then moves into Libra on the 26th. Okay, so let me see here. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say about the planets. You guys, don't forget to check out my weekly forecast is now daily shorts whenever there's a major aspect. Okay, so don't forget to look for those. Like, subscribe, and share if you like my videos. I really appreciate all your interactions with me. You know what? Now for your forecast. Hi, Aquarius. Okay, so for September, okay, on the 2nd, there's a new moon right away in Virgo in your 8th house. That's where you have the sign of Virgo. Okay, 8th house is a money house. It's directly across from your 2nd house of earned income. 2nd house is where you have the sign of Pisces. And this is where the full moon partial lunar eclipse will be on the 17th. Okay, in Pisces in your 2nd house of earned income and possessions. But it's like how you earn your money. Both the 2nd and 8th house are money houses. 8th house is like even shared property, shared debt, shared bank accounts, credit cards. This is also passive money through a insurance payout, legal settlement, refund of some kind, tax return, refund. You could even have like an increase in a bank loan or an increase in credit. So actually the sun is here up until the 22nd. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is the 22nd. And Mercury's coming back here. So you're revisiting something kind of like in a way. Okay. You know, if you share property or if you have jointly held bank accounts or credit cards or something like that, that's probably been a topic of conversation a lot, like since like towards the end of August or something like that when the sun entered Virgo. But it could have also happened like when the sun was in Leo even. In fact, Mercury is still in Leo up until the 9th, okay, in your 7th house. Leo is your opposite sign, okay? Your 7th house is directly across from your 1st house of Aquarius. So 7th house is close relationships and partnerships, arrangements and agreements. So you've had quite a lot of communications with someone who is a close friend, a romantic partner, or a business partner, or something or other like that. You could have even, like the 7th house is also the house of lawyers, or contacting a consultant, like an expert in some field or other, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a lawyer. So you could have been in contact with someone for their advice, but it could have been a professional, and you were contacting them about whatever, right? So this could have been back and forth, you know, so still a little bit of that going on. Or you could just be having some kind of important talks within your close relationships, right? So now that's kind of finishing up. Mercury is direct, so any kind of miscommunications should start to clear up. You know, you'll find that people may understand you a lot more than they did like last month when Mercury was retrograde. But this is especially like in your close relationships. Okay, so now that the Sun and Mercury are in your 8th house, you know, this becomes your focal point. So you may have agreed with someone, either a business partner or a spouse or even a friend, that you're not going to spend that much money anymore, or that you are going to spend money on a certain thing. You need to purchase something possibly. You know, with Saturn in your 2nd house in Pisces, it does put a restriction on your spending. Your income in some way has dried up, or is just slowly coming in, or everything is a necessity. Everything that you are able to purchase, it's because you have to have it. You know, no luxuries going on here right now, right? So around, you know, this full moon, lunar eclipse on the 17th, something could happen within, you know, your any kind of financial institution. First of all, you know, really check to make sure that everything's fine. Your statements are correct and accurate, right? Same thing with credit cards, anything like that. But if you do share bank accounts with someone or credit cards with someone, it's a good idea to just check up on them a little bit, make sure that they are adhering to whatever arrangement you guys may have made when it came to spending, right? You also have Neptune in your 2nd house at the same time in Pisces, right, along with Saturn. It's not a very good combination to have, I feel anyway, in any of the houses. It's like it undermines you. Okay, Neptune in a way undermines you. Yes, they call it looking through rose-colored glasses, right? So somebody could possibly be pulling the wool over your eyes, right? So Neptune's been here for a while, and then Saturn came along. Saturn is the voice of reason. Saturn is reality, and Neptune is illusion. So you could have found out something was going on with your money, even like if you still work, your paycheck, maybe you were being charged for things, having things taken out of your paycheck that you never asked for. Same thing with your insurance, medical insurance, car insurance, anything like that. You should actually go over that now even, to make sure that you're not paying for something you didn't order, that somebody just didn't slip in there and add on to whatever, okay? Because around that full moon, the full moon does exist to bring problems to the surface so you can deal with it, and then you don't have to deal with it anymore. Get it out in the open and fix it whatever way, okay? And this is a partial eclipse, so you know the effects of any kind of eclipse last a little bit longer. There's really no telling how long. Some people say months, years, you know, even weeks, but there really is no way of knowing, okay? It's kind of up to your own chart. So that's, I see right now is the money. Money seems to be a little bit of the issue right here, okay? Now, Pluto is moving out of your sign for just for the time being. It will move back into your sign on November 19th, and we'll be there for about close to 20 years, or maybe longer. I'll have to check the exact dates. I will whenever I do the video on Aquarius, okay? I doubt if you'll notice it. You know, it's only a few months. You may notice it. It depends on what planets you have in Aquarius, you know, other than your sun or rising sign or whatever. So it goes back into your 12th house, and your 12th house is your subconscious mind, your house of solitude and dreams. It's your house of charity. It's also activities by you or someone else behind the scenes, secrets and confidences, many, many things, okay? So Pluto moving back here may give you the opportunity to review something or other, something that you've learned possibly that you're keeping a secret. Maybe you're looking into it a lot more, or you're finding out information that you weren't able to get maybe whenever Pluto was in your first house in your sign. You know, the 12th house is kind of like a house of investigation in a way, and Pluto is an extremely good investigator. Okay, so anyways, so let's see here. So we've got the sun in your 8th house up until the 20th, right? 22nd, sorry. And then Mars is just, you know, the first 4 days, it's still in Gemini in your 5th house of fun and creativity, romance, all forms of entertainment, children, speculation, gambling. You know, Jupiter is here. Jupiter will be here till like next year. It does bring you good fortune wherever it's transiting. So it is in your house of, you know, fun and creativity and romance. You should have a lot more possibilities with this planet being here. And with Mars being here since last month, it made you a little bit more aggressive or more outgoing in this area. You know, maybe you went to at least one party, or you went out somewhere and maybe you were the life of the party, or whatever. You met new people. You're creative, and it just put a lit a fire under your ass, you know, to get back to doing something that you've always done that is creative. Okay, so Mars is leaving there and it's moving into your 6th house, where you have the sign of Cancer. Mars is moving into Cancer, right? And the 6th house is your house of health and the house of the workplace, your co-workers, the kind of work that you do, and the house of service to others, okay? But Mars is a physically energetic planet, and when it was in Gemini in your 5th house, you may have taken up some kind of activity that was fun, whether it was dancing or walking, riding a bike, something or other, but you were doing it because, you know, you were participating, you know. Maybe you were even, if you have children, you were playing with them physically, you know, out there playing ball or doing something. But you may have noticed a difference, like in your health. If you don't already work out, this may be the time that you take something like that up, okay? Mars is, yeah, a physically aggressive planet. It does make you feel very energetic. You could possibly feel that way with Mars being here, and that is why you feel like exercising is to just get rid of excess energy, right? As far as the workplace goes, even if you don't work at all, there's still, you know, something going on here where you like stand your ground. You don't put up with any kind of crap at this time, especially from coworkers, or even the company, you know, that you work for, whatever. Mars is, I feel, a good placement when it's in the 6th house, because it shows, you know, your confidence in your own ability to do your job, your knowledge, whatever. You know, I think it does well here. Anyways, so then, okay, let's see here. Well, Mercury does move from Leo on the 9th, moves into Virgo on the 9th in your 8th house, right? So amidst all the other things that I was talking about with the 2nd and 8th house, Mercury is kind of like a timer in astrology, right? So you could hear back from something that you were inquiring about, and it's regarding money, possessions, could even be an inheritance of some kind or something that's due you. Or it could be regarding your possessions. Maybe someone borrowed something of yours and never returned it. Maybe you're just discovering, that, or remembering that you lent something to someone and they never returned it. You go to look for that thing. It should be on this shelf or whatever, and it's not there. Then it comes back to you that, yeah, so-and-so has it. So this could be a time where you start to like follow up on money that's due you or possessions that belong to you. Okay. So Venus is like at the beginning of the month up until the 22nd when it moves into Scorpio. It is in Libra. Moved into Libra at the very end of August. Where you have Libra in your chart is your 9th house of long distance travel and communications. It is the house of adventure, foreign countries, people, languages, higher learning, media and publishing, legal matters, many, many things. This is where your opinions, your philosophy on life, your spiritual and religious beliefs are, right? So having Venus here, this is also like an internet house. It's a social media house. So you may find yourself online maybe a little bit more than usual, or you've been joining groups online or having more contact with people who are from all parts of the world, right? The Sun moves here on the 22nd, and Mercury moves here on the 26th. So this will be more active, this area, okay? You may have like travel plans at this time. Could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be long distance, but especially when Mercury moves here, you may find that you're in communication with someone who does live at a distance, possibly in another country. Doesn't have to be like on a regular, like a cell phone or landline or anything. It could be through any means of communication, okay? But, you could go take like a little trip to visit someone. It could be regarding, this whole Jupiter in your 5th house where you have Gemini here. Could be regarding romance or friendship, but also a creative project. Maybe you and someone else are collaborating on something, and you at least need to get in touch or see each other face to face to do something. Okay, either they come to you or you go to them. Then, okay, when Venus moves into Scorpio on the 22nd, moves into your 10th house, your most public house. Okay, your 10th house is basically like your career, but it's how you're known to the public by what you do for a living or used to do, even if you're retired, right? And it's also your personal public status, okay, your clout. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know that I always say when Venus is in your own sign, your 1st house or your 10th house, that you should milk it for all you can, okay? Because Venus here makes you far more appealing now than at any other time, right? When people look at you, the public, basically, they just are are in awe of your beauty or how handsome you are or whatever, okay? People will be saying very nice things about you. This is like your most public house, but this is like social media, like having posts about you, let's say like on social media, or pictures or something or other that are very nice pictures of you that either you post or someone else does. But yeah, at this time though too, you may have like a really nice rapport with higher ups, like in your field of whatever it is that you do for a living, and also colleagues. Everybody just looks at you like really, like, you can do no wrong. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Aquarius on the 14th and 15th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Leo. And those dates are the 1st, 26th, 27th, and 28th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 9th, 10th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for money is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 16th, 17th, 29th, and 30th. The best time for your career is the 7th, 8th, and 9th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 18th, and 19th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for September. Be sure to check out my daily shorts, which used to be my weekly forecast. Okay? See you then. Bye.